I hate this lighting. It's not good at all. Um, but my Pixie ring is charging. You guys, I've just been sitting here thinking. Since I've been in the room, probably pretty much all day today, because I was feeling a little earlier. I went to McDonald's with my sister, and the only thing I got was what's it, McMuffin, egg McMuffin, something like that, where they have the Thomas's English muffin with egg and sausage and cheese. That's what I ate this morning. And I had some of this coffee, which I should need to throw away because it's starting to make me feel nauseous. Where is it? So y'all can see the kind of coffee I got. Anyway, it was like a Frappuccino type of coffee. Here it is. Oh my gosh. This is the coffee that I got right here from McDonald's. Didn't even finish it. I said no whipped cream. And even when I go to Starbucks, I never want whipped cream when I get my double chocolate chip Frappuccino because number one, I don't like the milky base stuff from the whipped cream at the bottom of my ice and all that. I don't like that taste. So I say no whipped cream so I can taste the coffee, chocolatey, peppermint, whatever they have. Which I didn't go to Starbucks and get a peppermint Frappuccino this time because I forgot about it, honestly. And I remembered I would have been drunk 6 of them things by now. Plus, I didn't really finish that coffee because sometimes coffee makes you be a bill. Also, it makes me nauseous a little bit. Just drinking that one sip, I'm sure I'm going to feel nauseous. And I need to drink water for the rest of the night. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't care how good juice is looking in the refrigerator at the stores. Gotta drink water. But I've been sitting here thinking since I've been in the room that just because my cat is here, and I'm so appreciative of my brother-in-law and my sister for the lovely gesture of having somebody here, another being with me, allowing me to have my cat here so I can feel like something is mine. But just because my cat is here, I don't want to start being complacent or comfortable or being cozy or like, my cat is here, so I can leave when I want. No, if anything, it's going to make me want to take care of business more to see if I can get out of here. That's why I'm hoping that I get this job that's going to be more hours. I don't have to worry about things shutting down. If they decide to shut down everything again for COVID, once I get my foot in that door and start working, I don't have to worry about getting shut down. And I come against anybody who's trying to find a job out there who just got hired and y'all about to start working. I come against last one hired, first one fired. I come against all of that. I come against letting people go because we just don't need you today. No, find something for that person to do so they can get their money. In Jesus' name, amen. Because that's what I want for you. And that's what I want for you too, Clyde. And that's what I want for me. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit here, and my mom just gave me this planner. I think I showed you guys this in the other video I did today. I got 2 planners, one that my sister gave me and one that my mom gave me. I think this is like a Bible one. So I'm going to start writing down things that I want to accomplish every month because what's stopping me? And that's not impossible. And it's not every month. It's like every month. I don't want to start being overwhelmed about the things that I can't do. It's like I have this. I want to do this, and that. And all of a sudden, I'm looking at time. I'm looking at, I don't have no money. I'm looking at, I don't got the jobs that I want. It's just stop me from doing it. Working towards it. It might not be there yet, but working towards it and writing it down. Having a goal pretty much is the first step of accomplishing dreams. What are your goals? What are your morals? What are you going to stand for? You know, what are you going to have to show for all your stuff too? And that's why my money needs to be saved a little bit more betterly than I'm doing right now. Because as soon as I get together with my sisters, just like, oh, let's go do this. Let's go do that. Let's go buy this. Oh, Amazon. Oh, my gosh. I got to get this. And every time I have something in my basket ready to buy, or Amazon or any other, like Wish.com or AliExpress, I erase it. Because I'm thinking, think realistically. Can you really afford that right now? Why do you need another wig? You got 5 wigs going on in your wig bag. Why do you need another one? I just bought this. Why do I need another wig? So, calm it on down. Plus, you got all that hair you just got from Amazon. Expressions, braiding hair. You don't need another wig. So, I erased the wigs that I got from, that was in my basket waiting for me to buy on AliExpress. I said, that's not realistic right now. Not on this budget. Not right now. You know, when I start learning how to save better, maybe I can get me a good quality human hair wig once a month. You know what I mean? At least once a month. That's realistically. And that's part of my goals. Is to kind of better myself and get the things that I've never had before and try to work on saving. So I can say, okay, this is my play money. Let me go ahead and buy another wig. After that, don't touch the rest of the play money unless I need it for like whatever. But like say like my mom, I'm like, I don't have no gas today because I don't get paid until next week. Then I should be able to have it. These are my goals. And these are my plans. And I want people to know that I have plans, but at the same time is instead of trying to prove something to somebody that I am trying to do this, I'm working towards this, I am trying to get out, I got to do it for myself. Because now I feel like the things that I'm doing, I'm only doing it just to kind of, I don't want to say shut the mouths of others, but just to show that somebody that, hey, I am taking care of business. I got to do it for me. I don't even want to do it for nobody else because I feel like I am doing it for somebody else. Now I got to do it for me because it's what I want. I'm going to have to live this life. This is the life that God gave me to live. What am I doing with it? Am I doing things to please other people? Am I doing things to shut the mouths of other people? Am I trying to do things so that way people can be quiet and won't say nothing? No, I got to do that for me. So, again, just because my cat is here, that doesn't mean that I can start being comfortable. If anything, it's like, let me go out and buy some litter. Like I did, I think it's Wednesday, I believe. I walked all the way to Walmart and I bought some cat litter. And then when I came back, I found out my sister bought cat litter too. But I'm like, so if I go somewhere tomorrow, some more cat litter may be bought because I want to make sure that I am being responsible for this cat. I want to make sure that I'm calling all kinds of places because she hasn't been neutered or spayed or whatever they do to cats. I don't know. I used to think spayed was for dogs and cats get neutered. I don't know. Maybe it's neutered or spayed. Pretty much getting my cat fixed is something that I need to start working on doing because I don't want her to start leaving her scent or spraying around here in my sister's house. So, I'm doing what I gotta do. I am leaving the cat litter box in here along with her food and her water, but I think I might put her food and her water a little away from where she boo-boos and pees because that's not appetizing at all, even though she don't care. I only put it close to her cat litter box because I feel like she's more comfortable in this little area right here since she comes in and out of the bed. Where am I? Yeah, since she comes back and forth in and out of the bed. I don't know what I was doing. Can never do a PowerPoint presentation with my pointing skills. But yeah, since she hides under the bed a lot, it'll be easier for her to go back and forth in case she wants to run under there and just ought to be right here. But eventually, I'm going to start moving her food and her water out so that way she can start utilizing just this space in here. I don't even want her to almost kind of go outside of this room. I might leave the door cracked every now and then. But just to, her start getting on the stairs and her start exploring the house, I don't want that to happen because I almost don't want her to get used to being here because I don't want to get used, like, be comfortable with being here. You know what I mean? Because, again, that's still in the back of my mind. Just because your cat is here doesn't mean you can just go, do that when you get your own place. And that's just something that I'm telling myself. I'm trying to light the fire under my own behind. Not to be complacent or not to get comfortable because your cat is here. Now that's all something that I'm doing. Again, I'm just going to take what I gotta do more seriously. I honestly don't know what I was gonna say, but I want to take what I gotta do more seriously. I don't want to be comfortable. So what I'm gonna do is, this is my nephew's shelf right here. This is whole room actually, but this is my nephew's shelf where my sister had blue containers with all of the toys in it, so that way him and his brothers can just come back and forth and get whatever toy they want to play with. And after that's it. But this shelf right here has a lot of different compartments underneath, and I just totally took it over and put all my stuff in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look on Amazon and try to buy me a cheap shelf with compartments in it. And even if I have to build it myself, and eventually my sister's going to want to move that shelf into the other room, and I'm going to have that shelf in here. So I can just have my stuff in here. Or I could buy me a big tote and just put all that stuff in here. That's it. Because I don't want to start unpacking. I want to kind of leave things packed. And that will remind me that this ain't where you live. This is just where you stand for a while. Get the ball rolling with what you got to do. So I've been on Indeed, which is a place where I've gotten the last couple of jobs that I've had. I've been on Indeed looking for jobs, applying, sending my resume. And sometimes when your resume is done, you're just sitting that in and they say, your application has been submitted. I'm thinking, that's it? No questionnaire? No WOCTC or whatever that's called? None of that? No questionnaires, no references? What? And I think I should start putting my references on my resume, but I don't know if that's good to do that. You guys feel free to comment below. I should ask, do people usually put references on the resume just to already have it in there? And yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to try it anyway, but I'm going to work on doing a new resume, an updated one. I'm going to erase all my old ones and just everywhere that I worked is going to be all on that resume, even if it's 2 pages long. I got to do that because I want to make sure that I kind of update my resume often, so people can see all the experiences that I've had and everything that I've done. I want to be very detailed with my description of my job duties and everything. So yeah, so I'm going to be working on that and eventually a cover letter. So yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. I just wanted to come on here and share that because sometimes I be feeling like, especially after my sister left with my other 2 nephews to go back to her apartments in the valley. I just kind of feel sad because I just remember when I used to leave this place going with her and the drive down there and have to get settled and get your clothes ready for work the next day when I was working at CSUN, and just to be settled, feed the cats, change the litter box, and be like, okay, so what's for dinner? Stuff like that. And I miss my walk-in closet too. But every now and then I get those feelings where it's like, dang, I miss having my own. And I should get those feelings, and it should motivate me even more to want to get that. So that's why I kind of didn't want my cat to kind of roam around the house and get used to used to being in here. I kind of want her to stay in this room, and I'll leave like I said, I'll leave the door open, leave the crack, I'll leave the door open, leave it cracked in case she wants to kind of ease out a little bit. But as far as her getting used to being downstairs in the living room and the loft and all that, I'm gonna try my best to kind of prevent that because I don't want her to start getting too comfortable to where she's jumping in the window, scratching on things, biting on things, peeing on it. No, I don't want that. Plus, as soon as I get her fixed, she's probably going to be in here for a couple of days anyway because she got to rest. And plus, she's going to have the cone of shame on. I'm not really looking forward to seeing her with a cone on. I don't want to see her with a cone of shame. I don't. It's like taking what do you call it, when walk of shame or something like that after a night at the frat house or something like that, or whatever it is. I don't want to see her with that on. It's just so hurtful. Because I remember seeing Mushi, my sister's oldest cat. I remember seeing her with her Kona chain on, and she tries to take it off, and she was kind of rubbing her face on the ground trying to take off the cone of shame, like walking backwards. I don't want to see Kiwi like that. I really don't, but I have to do it because I don't want her leaving her scent around. So that's pretty much it, you guys. I just kind of had to get that out. Now I feel so much betterly than I did. I feel so much better. And I had to get that out to share with you guys. If anybody out there is going through the same things that I'm going through, you kind of live with somebody, but you don't want to be too comfortable. You're used to having your own, and then you have to start all over, because that's the whole thing. I told my sister today when she was in here, we were watching YouTube videos, it's just that it's hard to adapt because I didn't want to have to start all over. Leave everything that I had that was mine, rightfully mine. Used to walk around the house in my doggone boxers. Now I can't do that. So it's kind of hard for me still to kind of adapt. That's why I try to stay focused and try to be like, hey, Tiffany, just do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Look for jobs like crazy, even though you already have one. But just look. Don't be complacent. Don't be comfortable. Don't get cozy. This ain't your house. This ain't your house. This ain't your house. I'm very appreciative for them letting me stay here. But in the back of my mind, my 36-year-old self should be a little further than I am. And that's just me being hard on myself. And sometimes I try to think about things and change it. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I can't be hasty, but at the same time, I think at the, where I am now, I should be a little hasty when it comes to certain things. That's why I've been calling that job like a crazy girlfriend, like, but the line been busy, so I can't leave a message. And maybe that job may call me after this whole holiday thing is let up. Maybe they're trying to get a group of people to have the orientation, because sometimes they do that. They wait to get a group of people. They interview a group of people, and then they want to take that group, orientate them to the job, and then boom, hire them together. So maybe that situation, and I'm being very, very optimistic about that job, period. Because my oldest sister, when we were trying to find some nacho fries at Taco Bell yesterday, it was Christmas time, so everything was no, it was yesterday. She was like, I had a phone interview for a certain job that I want, and they said, okay, we're going to forward your paperwork to HR. When I told my sister they did that, she kind of reassured me, and she made me reassured. She made me feel so much better and more optimistic about usually when you get phone interviews or interviews, period, they say, okay, we'll be calling you for a second interview or whatever. You have to go through that, right? But this one, he said he's going to forward my paperwork to HR. And after that, I should be either receiving an email or a call about starting background check. Not for a second interview. And whatever. I'm just like, that's it. So it made me feel more optimistic. But I don't want to put all my eggs in that one basket. That's why I start applying at other places. So I just want to come here and say that anybody who's in my situation right now, to where it's not a bad situation, but it's a situation that I don't want to get comfortable with getting used to, and nothing like that, because I want to be able to make sure that I'm putting my own weight and having my own thing going, so that way people know that, because I don't plan on being here during the summer. My goal is to have my own, so I can be in the position to have something extra for somebody else that may need it. That's my ultimate goal. And not because somebody's saying something. It's because I know that I feel like I finally want to do that. So that's another one of my goals. Like, me and my mom may be getting a place soon. We might have an extra guest room. And that's what it's going to be for. If something happens to where my sister said, you know, we just repainted this house and we need somewhere to stay for a couple of days because the paint is too strong. Oh, we got an extra room. So come on. I want to be in that position. Why not? They've always been in that position to help me. So I want to make sure that I don't want nobody feeling like they're being used. I want to make sure that I'm in that position to give, because I was always given to. I think that's the right word. I don't know. My neck itches because I don't feel like that was the right word. But yeah, so anybody that is in my position, just keep being constructive, proactive, whatever you want to call yourself. Light fire under your own behind. Because of course when somebody else do it, it doesn't feel comfortable, it doesn't feel great. Light fire under your own behind. Always look for a job. That's one thing my ex-boyfriend used to tell me. When I didn't have a job at the time, he was like, you have to make looking for a job like it's a job. Go out early in the morning, have your resumes printed out, whatever, apply for jobs, and then at a certain time, maybe a couple of hours later, you can come back, use the bathroom, eat lunch, and then go right back out and do it again. Now, it is good to go to certain establishments and businesses early in the morning, because that's when mostly the boss is there, because they just open and all that. Sometimes later on in the day, not so much. And nowadays, people are saying, oh, it's online. Let me give you the online thing. And most of the applications are, you have to fill out online. So again, if anybody's in my position, just make sure, we got to make sure we're not staying comfortable or being complacent. We want to make sure that we get out there and just get that better life that we've always wanted, because it's not going to just fall into our lap. We can pray for it, write it down, but if we're not walking about it or trying to do something to get it, we're not going to get it. And I'm saying we because, again, anytime I come on here and try to be encouraging, venting, whatever, I want to make sure that I'm taking my own advice. That's it. I don't want to just say it. I want to do it. I have this thing that I made up in 2016 called Shut Up and Do It tour. Anything that I've been supposed to accomplish, I do it. Don't talk about it. I want to be one of those silent successors. I don't know if that makes any sense. But you don't always have to announce everything you're doing. But at the same time, if you're staying in somebody's house, you do have to kind of let them know, okay, this is my plan. And this, because you don't want them to run up on you or nothing like that and be like, it's time to go, so are you ready? And you're not, and it's like, not that it's like that, but you want to make sure that, we want to make sure, that we're not using people who are trying to help us. That's all, so I only say we because if anybody else is out there, going through that, like, oh my gosh, I used to have my own place with my brother or my sister or my house, but then something happened to where I got a job up here and I had to leave everything and come up here, and it's just so much better and cheaper up here. Like, I don't know what God's plan for me is. The reason why I moved up here and my sister didn't. Was it meant for me to learn how to be on my own and not be so dependent on other people? Or I have this fear of being by myself? Was it that? Or was this, I don't know. But whatever it is, I'm kind of excited to know why God brought me up here. So, again, you guys, let's just do this and let's just light fire under our own behinds. That's the best way I can put it. If you're in a situation to where you don't want to be in because you feel like, oh, this is not my house, I feel very appreciative of my brother-in-law and my sister allowing me to stay here because I'm with my mom too and my other 4 nephews. But at the same time, it's in the back of my mind. Nobody is making me feel this way. I'm making myself feel this way because I have to light the fire under my own behind because I'm always the one needing help and I'm always the one that people have to help, and they don't have to. They don't have to. The only time I should be coming over to this house again is just to spend a couple nights and be like, all right, girl, that was a good sleepover. We need to have some time like that more often. I gotta go home because my cat needs to eat. She likes gourmet meals now that I have to do over the stove. So see y'all later. I don't want to do that. That's my goal. And just thinking about things makes me happy. But just thinking about them is not gonna count unless I start working towards them, being active about it. And it all starts with me. If you really want better, you got to get it. Ain't nobody going to get it for you. So that's all I want to say. I just had to get that out. I feel so much better now because I'm sitting here and as my sister was packing up leaving, fighting back tears because I just miss when we used to be together, you know? So see you on the next one.